Hey everybody, this is Miss Hillard again, and this is my last video of the day that I've done now 3 times. So hopefully this one works and then we'll be done. Okay, so this is day 2. This is Elaborate. Students will fill out a top hat graphic organizer to show their understanding of the similarities and differences between life in Athens and Sparta. Students will use races and they will write a paragraph that will show the similarities and or differences between Athens and Sparta. Now, remember, if you're in class, we will be working on this on paper, okay? But if you're at home, this is our backup. And what you're doing on paper is exactly what we're going to do digitally, what we're going to talk about here. So here's the directions. Athens and Sparta compare and contrast assignment. Students will fill out the top hat graphic organizer about Athens and Sparta. Students will need to include 3 to 5 similarities and 3 to 5 differences. Now, similarities may be a little bit more challenging, but differences should be pretty easy for you. Okay, number 2. Then the students will decide if they want to talk about the similarities or the differences between Athens and Sparta. Number 3. Then the student will use races, which we're going to talk about, to write a good paragraph that explains either the similarities or differences between Athens and Sparta. And number 4, students will use correct grammar, punctuation, and spelling in their writing. So, what am I going to grade you on? It's worth 16 points. 1, students will fill out the Athens and Sparta top hat, and they will include 3 to 5 similarities between Athens and Sparta. Number 2, students will fill out the Athens and Sparta top hat, and they will include 3 to 5 differences between Athens and Sparta. And so it's rated 4 to 0. Students will write a paragraph that either explains the similarities or differences between Athens and Sparta. The paragraph will include all the parts of races to answer the questions. Students will think about what each letter of races means, and they will include 2 to 3 similarities or differences in their paragraph. Students will use proper grammar, punctuation, and spelling in their sentences. Okay, so that's the directions. That's what I'm grading you on. So what does that mean? Okay, on slide 9, you see this thing, which is a graphic organizer, which kind of looks like a top hat. Maybe some of you have used this before. Maybe you haven't. It's basically an updated version of the Venn diagram. So you're going to see Athens, Sparta. You're going to see differences. You're going to write your similarities down here. So I'm just going to give you an example. So you have to have 3 to 5. Oops. All right. So I'm going to just make this just a little bit bigger. Okay. So if you click, it's going to give you text boxes. So you're going to click in the box. Now, one thing that's a difference is that women in Athens were head of the household and didn't go out much without a male from the household, let's say. Okay, so there's one difference. That's how they were treated in Athens. Now, how were the women treated in Sparta? Women dressed similar to the men. They could own property. They could speak with their husbands' friends. Okay, so there's our differences. So you're going to come up with 3 to 5 differences, and then you're going to come up with 3 to 5 similarities. Then once you've filled out your top hat, which is basically like your Venn diagram, it just makes it easier for you to write, you're going to come down on this notebook paper, and you are going to write a paragraph with a good topic sentence, and you're going to give us 2 to 3 similarities between Athens and Sparta, depending on what you choose. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or contact me if you're in class, ask me questions. If not, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.